Hey everyone, I wanted to give you a wintertime update. It's kind of hard to video these awesome cars when the weather's not great, it's real cold outside. You know, normally everybody's got their projects either in a garage or they're in the shop trying to work on them, update them. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update on what I've got going on, and I'll show you a nice new little car. It's nothing special, but I'll show you what I got. And it'll go to the shop next week because it's got some transmission problems. And then I'll show you guys a couple engines, transmissions I'm either looking to rebuild or sell for someone to have to get, you know, make a good use of it. But here in a second, well, it'll be like nothing to you guys. I'm gonna show you what I got. And right now it's raining its butt off. It's about ready to start sleeting, and the next thing you know, by tonight it's going to be snowing. But right now I've got these three engines. This one here is a 351 Windsor. It came out of a van. It obviously caught on fire and burnt up. I mean, it did a lot of damage, especially this aluminum. The aluminum melted right away, but luckily I'm not going to be using, or somebody else isn't going to be using, the majority of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it down, get it down to just the bare block and heads, see what I can do about the valve covers. It's going to need all new seals and gaskets, but that's no big deal. It'll be a nice little project for somebody or me. It's 1995 Windsor block, so it's got hydraulic lifters in it, and then it's a 700, or not 700, dang it, it's an E4OD that I have right here. That it's two-wheel drive. I'm gonna be getting rid of it, giving it to somebody to have it useful. Right here I have what's believed to be a 1981 through 85, I'm pretty sure it's an 85 302, and then a two-wheel drive C4 transmission. I don't know very much about these C4 transmissions. I know that if you have a 60s, it's not that great. You have to go through and you got to replace a bunch of stuff. But hopefully this is a 70s here pretty soon. In the next day or two, I'm going to clean it off and see if it's a C for 60s or D for 70s. And hopefully it's a 70s. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Supposedly they're really good three-speed transmissions if you have a 70s. So I'm going to look into it, see what I can do with it. If I don't have any use for it, I'm gonna give it to somebody that, you know, has a real use for it, other than to just let it sit around and do nothing. And then a couple weeks ago, I bought this sweet little beauty. It's ugly, it's got dents, it's a salvage title car, but it only has 150,000 miles on it, and from the insides it's real clean. I mean, for a 94 car, it's in really good shape. Somebody took care of it, so I figured, you know what, why not? It'll make me a good daily driver. It's non-turbo car, 2.2, what they call it, a EJ22, but it's a non-turbo. It's had the front end replaced on it. I just replaced the inside of this little plastic right here. There's seals. I replaced those seals and I replaced the crank seal, because I tell everybody that it gets 50 miles to the gallon. Well, I bought it, drove 50 miles home, and I had to put a gallon of oil in it driving it home. I bought it for so cheap, I figured, you know what, if it blows up, it burns up on the way home, it's not really that big deal. I can sell it for parts. And it took me a whole gallon to get home, but I made it home. It took me a few weeks to put the seals in because I was being lazy. But I mean, there's no major tears, no major oil stains. I mean, I got some tools in here. Nothing too special. I just put a radio in it yesterday because the radio that was in it was from the factory, and you know, I don't like using the cassette player deals. and it just sounds better. Well, engine, the Marine engine is what I believe is seized up. It's been sitting without a cover on it for a while, and carbureted engines without a cover usually don't do very good. But this 302 here, it was covered up, and the 351 was covered up, so I don't really have any worries about them. I really want to get them out of here and off this truck, that way for when the snow comes or whatever, I can drive that pickup, or this pickup here, because it's got 4-wheel drive. And I'd hate for somebody to hit me in it, but I'd rather somebody hit me in this truck than the Chevy. I'm a Ford guy by heart, but this Chevy was my great uncle's, my dad's uncle, and it was his last pickup before he passed away. And you know, it's not the prettiest thing, but it's a nice pickup inside. It was taken care of. It doesn't have any major dents. It's got that scratch right there, which is pretty bad, and the rust on the other side is pretty bad, but the truck has been taken care of, and I don't want to wreck it. I don't want to get it hurt. I want it to keep it nice and maybe fix the rust on it. Have somebody do that if I have the money. I'm not going to try to do it myself. I am not very good at fixing rust. I'd rather put all new parts than try to fix that. Maybe if I learned how to weld. Would be good. And this truck, in the rain, snow, sleet, whatever, it has absolutely zero traction. I mean, you press on the gas a little bit and it's just that ass end of it's just going crazy. It's a 305 automatic pickup. Wish it was a 350, but if it was a 350, I'd be probably driving it pretty darn hard all the time. And for me wanting to keep it and take care of it, that's not for the best. So this here's my workhorse, my dogger, and this will be my daily driver. But I thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I'm not very good at this YouTube thing just quite yet. I hope you guys liked the video I did with the 67 Mustang. I really like that car. I really like Ryan Lauber. His brother's awesome. You know, their dad, he's a cool dude. He'll teach you, well, you can learn a lot of things from him. You know, those guys know everything about Fords. I'm a Ford guy. I can get into Chevys. I like Chevys too. I'm really a all-around kind of guy. If it's got some history, if it's got some horsepower, or you just really believe in the car, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And hopefully you guys will stick with me and learn with me, grow with me, maybe build an engine or two with me, and work on some cool stuff. And I'll show you some cool stuff along the way. This video is getting kind of long, but I figured it's a good video and what needs to be said for now. So come summertime, spring, we'll have a lot coming for you, and I really hope so. Thanks for watching.